Hello and welcome to another scene set in the living world of darkness, New York by night. As we begin with Mr. Spillane. Mr. Spillane has been getting up to some activity that has gone largely unnoticed by the rest of the bunker. Apart from, well, one individual, of course, who asked that he do this to begin with. And has been vetting a new potential ghoul. Not one that either necessarily want, but immortality has its perks. And Sam could always use an investigative reporter to grease the wheels in some areas, so better than wiping someone's memory, he thinks. Perhaps that's part of the problem. You don't really know. After all, the Bloodborne is effectively, in many ways, slavery, so it's not exactly the ideal choice for him. Anyhow, he has set up this new ghoul to be in an apartment not too far away from the bunker, about a couple of minutes. Short walk. And he has arrived to meet with her once more and have a chat.
Sam will arrive, and a very enthusiastic Julia will hear him over the intercom and open the door for you.
Nevertheless, how are you holding up?
Much better when you're here. It's like there's. I really calm down when you're here. I really. Wow, it's good to see you again. Look, I'm sorry about last time. I don't. I'm like, it was like a bad movie or something. Like, you come and rescue me, and then it's it's just you've done so much for me, and I don't want to put you in an awkward position. Okay, I don't. I'll help you out in any way I can. Okay, but just I don't think I. It went a little too fast. I think I was still coming down from the thing, and yeah, I don't want to. I want to get out of this thing first. All right, but I don't know. Maybe if you're afterwards, then maybe we can, you know, uh, get on a proper date or something.
See how good a job Sam does at looking relaxed. He does very well at looking relaxed and thinking through this situation. Sam looks a little bit, a little more distant this time around. I'll just say that's fine. Just forget about what happened last night and the kiss and all. It's not really worth something digging too deep into. And
Right.
that's his pathetic attempt to forgetful mind her about that.
I do believe that is two successes. Um,
That's enough.
yeah, but it's only to remove a single memory or something like that, right?
Yeah, yes, it's the kiss he's basically removing.
She would just say, all right. I really do appreciate all you've done. If there's anything I can do, okay, I'll given me this place. I'm slowly getting to terms with the fact that you have to complete this case or whatever, but it's fine. I just it made
It's fine, I haven't made this easy for you at all. I could have done things a lot differently and made this a lot easier for you.
What do you mean? How? I mean, you saved me. You gave me this place to hold out in until things calm down. Those crazy drug, those crazy people are behind bars. But how is that getting along, by the way? I mean, what are we talking? Days?
I mean, I haven't been. I just feel I haven't been very tactful or sensitive, and for that I apologize. And I've been getting ahead of myself and acting on impulse, and I shouldn't have been doing that.
I think you're a little too hard on yourself. You have maybe you have like a messiah complex or something. You know, where you want to be perfect and help with people. It's quite all right. You don't have to be too hard on yourself. I do appreciate what you've done so far. I mean, can't see you doing any better job. But
Thanks. Sometimes I wish I had a complex, and at least I'd know what I'd be doing wrong.
she laughs fairly heartily and just gets into the. Do you want some tea?
Why, sure. Why not? You could use something more relaxing and less self-destructive than alcohol for once.
Oh, well, you don't seem like you have a problem with it, but she's in the kitchen now, just talking.
No, it's just a healthy habit.
Well, I mean, it helps you fit in, right? Sometimes you need to like drink a lot to fit in with people drunk and stuff.
Oh yeah, you don't know the half of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I know a little. Uh, and you can tell this as her voice lowers a bit, she knows probably exactly what you're talking about. She might be a lot more familiar with it than she immediately lets on.
Okay, maybe you do know the half of it. But I'm only taking half.
Well, I know we do totally different things, but trust me, I've been in some situations where you're forced to do stuff you don't really enjoy.
Aye.
She will come in with like a tea cooker, like 2 cups of steaming water, like obviously near boiling, and she'll put some tea in, and both of them would just come, sit down. Tell me about the case or something, anything really. I mean, I don't move around a lot, but I do get out, buy the groceries, and I'm getting better now. Either you, I think it's thanks to you that they can't find me, but it really is comforting to know that there is actually good people out there.
Thanks. I'm not really sure I deserve that much for. There's We managed to track another ringleader down and put him away. Gave up the details of another one, so I'll be heading off to do with that soon enough.
You can see one of her eyebrows perk up, and she says, "I thought you need to have them all at once to get them all." She looks a bit quizzitive at you.
It's a different case, but they're connected.
Okay. All right. Sure. Okay.
I know someone. Used to be a real close friend of mine. Just learned that they're working for the wrong people.
Oh, that sucks. Like a colleague?
Yeah, I guess we could say that.
So they betrayed you? Or
Pardon?
like betrayed you or just...
Was she saying trade you?
Did she betray you?
No. He kind of... His fingers kind of go to his temples as if he tries to think through whether that term is accurate. There's a great deal of conflict on his face as he thinks through it. Like, for it. Worst part is I don't even think she really realizes what she's getting into.
Well, I sympathize with that part at least. I did not know what I was getting into when I began looking into this shit.
I'm not sure I can pull her out.
Well, if you do as much as you did with me, well, I'm sure you can help her as well. I'll help that person as well, since she doesn't know. Wait, sorry, did he call her as her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then she will say that. I'm quite sure you can help her as well.
I hope so. Everyone else wants to take him down. I still think she can. I still think she can help. You know, she can still redeem herself.
If she's broken the law, she needs to go to prison no matter what. But
maybe. But she's also in deep. I was hoping maybe we could use that, work something out before she does something stupid and gets herself killed.
if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate. I really want to help you out, but I don't know. I don't know if I can tell her or help in any way, but I'd like to try.
Are you sure? She's with the same kind of people who put you in the position you were in just a few nights ago.
Well, you say that you're quite certain that she can be helped and she can help against these people. You say that, well, you say that if you're sure, then she might be able to help you from the inside. And if she can help you from the inside, well, then I do want to help you because that means that these people are going to get busted earlier for that reason. But no, I'm not going into any abandoned buildings or anything. Not
Oh
anytime
god.
soon.
Ain't having you do that? No, god. I don't really want you to get any more involved than you already are, to be honest.
I've been meaning to ask you. I mean, with all this, you're like you and Nikki. You're kind of like some sort of special police guys, right? Or federal agents or something, right?
Hey,
Maybe maybe you could help me in like some training. You know, I mean, I've learned some self defense a bit, not a lot, but maybe you can learn me a bit more. I
oh,
mean,
I'm a fancy shot. I'm not really too good at much else. I'm more of a sweet talking type.
oh, that I am sure of. She cracks a smile at you. And just, right.
Yeah. Um, I'm not usually the sort of person that goes around sneaking into abandoned buildings. It's just been something of a necessity as of late.
Oh, okay. Well, glad you started.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope it's a career I don't continue. I'm usually better when it comes to talking my way into solutions. There are people I know who are better at sneaking around than I am. But I'm glad you think that of me.
Well, I'm just glad you came in and helped me out, saved my ass. I mean, saved me when you did. I really also, I really also need to speak to Nikki soon.
What about?
I'll just thank her properly. She hasn't been around like you have.
She's been busy, so she hasn't been able to pay you a proper visit. I'll let her know though.
Thanks. So, how long can you stay?
Not too long this time around, I don't think. There are a few things I have to work out. Want me to make
Right.
you some tea before you go?
She's now by now finishing her cup. Uh, what? Well, okay. I mean, I'm a bad host and I don't have anything for the tea, but if you want to do the honors, of course.
It's a tea, the most polite drink, and he will make some tea and do the blood thing. Mix it in with tea. Doesn't make him feel really good. In fact, it kind of makes him feel the opposite of that. Hasn't really felt that way in a while. especially being a mobster, he tends to justify things more than he confronts them or rationalizes them rather. But he will lend her the vitae tainted tea.
In the pot or in her cup?
In her cup.
Okay. So, oh, you're only making tea for her.
Oh, no, they're both having tea. Nah, he might as well taint his own tea. Yeah, might as well be the kettle.
Okay, I'm just asking. All right, you bring it in, and you sit there and talk, and she gets a drink herself, and she doesn't react too much to it. It looks a bit different, and she does ask, like, which one of the teas did you take? And she drinks a bit of it. Wow, it's really good. Mm, really. She really seems to like it. And, she drinks it fairly quickly and just said, "Wow, okay. Thanks a lot for the wow." And that is a roll of.
Not looking horribly guilty.
Fair enough. Yeah, she seems to enjoy it, and the small talk continues.
He'll spend a few minutes small talking before he says he really has to go. There's kind of a this time there is kind of a look of slight guilt on his face, and the need to go. It's like he's in a rush.
Yeah, she doesn't as you've seen before with her. She seems not necessarily uncomfortable, but more like an older child who knows that their friend have to go home. Like children sometimes will just protest, like don't go, don't go. They don't want their friend to go. And then when they get a little bit older, they're sad or they're annoyed. The friends have to go home, but they understand why. And that's the kind of look she has.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
That's all right. Go out there and make everything safer. And she smiles.
There's a bit of a weak smile from Sam. He says, "Hi, thanks. Stay safe." And with that, he leaves. And as he leaves, when he reaches the bottom floor, he realizes he's twitching slightly. He's been tapping his foot, and his fingers have been tapping each other in a steeple fashion constantly. And there's something he can't shake. He feels terrible. And he needs to phone someone. And he just seems to take out his phone and just hit the first number, which happens to be Eileen.
And they somewhat similar-looking woman to Julia.
Yeah, no,
At the other
seriously.
end of the phone. And it's not the same person, but they look very much alike.
Everyone watching this scene, this was not intentional. This was just the weirdest coincidence ever.
Yeah. Aline will pick up the phone very quickly after it's been ringed. Just, hello, Samuel. Going home tonight. Going to have to sleep for myself, as always.
What did she say?
Do I have to sleep alone again?
Don't worry, I'm coming home. I need to talk to you. I just need to talk to you.
Aye. Aye. That'd be grand. I'll be waiting for you at home.
I know. I'm sorry I haven't been home.
She hangs up.
Sam, that's not something she usually does. Don't worry, Sam. It almost causes him to panic. And he's very quickly, recklessly, driving towards what normally is his home, but he's been in the bunker this whole time. And it's dawning on him just how badly he's been acting. Somewhat muddled in the panic and the fear of the moment. He does arrive on time, in good time, early, by all accounts. He probably gets stopped once just to dominate his way out of a parky to get some crap. But he's there.
Mm. As she enters, he will hear like almost running footsteps from the kitchen, you think? And you'll see your wife coming out, and she'll just look at you. She seems tense. She's trying her best to put on a face of like, oh, it's you. I'm really mad at you, but there's something else behind her that seems quite overpowering. You can see that her hands are shaking.
He will hold her hands and still them.
As soon as you touch her, she hugs you very, very, very hard. You know, well, the potence might help. It's been so long. It's been so mortified. But I should be really pissed at you, but I can't.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've done so many terrible things.
Well, you better fucking be. And you can tell like her face is it's not like gray, but she seems tired. She has a bit of a black rings around her or under her eyes, like she hasn't been sleeping well, or she's been up a long time, or like it's clear that she's somewhat under pressure or something like that. But Ash parts ways and says that there is a bit of a smile at the side of her face as she says that. I know things have been bad with me. Then again, it's limited what she knows, but she knows more than, well, certainly Julia or most other people. So she's
She
aware of what's been happening.
knows.
Yeah, she
Yeah, she
knows.
knows that there is a war going on with the Sabbat right now. She's actually aware of
And
what's going on in
you
general.
can tell that it's more a sign of relief that you either finally call or finally showed up, and she's actually holding you again. It's mostly that is very overpowering, but there is also like a mixture of feelings. Um, she also is like, it's been quite a long time. But you can tell that almost addict look there is in a ghoul's eyes when they haven't been fed in a while,
Yeah.
and you can probably tell that's a part of it. Please, we have a lot of catching up to do. But she kisses you, and it's just this just I need quite a few things, but it's good to see you again.
It's great to see you again. I've got so many things to apologize for.
She pauses, looks at you, and just come, come, and you'll head into the living room. Um, she doesn't seem to focus too much. She just wants you to sit down, and she's holding with both arms one of your arms, and she seems to be looking at, well, your veins really. I want to be close to you. I want to be as close as possible. Could you perhaps? I know it's weird, but I really would appreciate it
If she's saying she wants to be fed blood,
yes.
Sam, that depresses Sam a little bit. And he makes that very clear on his face. This is not something he hides.
You have been away for more than a week, and she hasn't had a reliable feeding of blood for some time now. She is very hungry.
Yeah. She's gonna start growing fangs by herself soon enough. Kill Babby Eileen or grown up for full-blown vampire. Yes. That's okay. He'll actually make her some blood tea. But it's not mixed in with tea, it's just blood.
She drinks a lot, and you can see that just around her eyes, you can see like her entire body language relaxes a lot as soon as she's finished. She just sits there for a moment, closes her eyes, and then she opens them again and looks at you. Thank you so much. It's I can feel you. It's oh, so much better. It takes like a good 5 minutes before she begins to really just focus back on you, and she just looks and just. I know you're fighting a war, but you said there is so much I have to be apologizing for. What exactly would that be?
I, I, I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't have done. And I've put you at risk. I've treated you poorly. Acted like you're an asset. And left you alone so long. And
Well,
worst of all, I broke my vows to you.
she just says something like there's a quick comment that like, but I have my family or something like that, as though she's not alone. You can tell she doesn't look well. You can take a peony.
I got really good rolls today.
That's enough.
She does actually have a sheet, by the way, on
Oh, I
my
didn't know that.
forum. On my it's on my forum page. I'll see if I can find it for you real quick. Ta-da.
Is it under your?
Quick intermission, folks. That's great. And Facebook doesn't lag. Unfortunately, that is not what is happening
Oh,
right
I
now.
think I got it. I
Oh,
got
you've
it.
got it? You got
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty good at the whole bullshitting people thing.
She's all right at it. All right. Okay. But you can tell that she doesn't. She tries to look surprised, but she's not as surprised as you would think she would be.
Oh man, that only makes Sam even more depressed. He was expected to do a horrible thing and fuck up. Ah. The kind of almost lack of surprise, some surprise, but still general lack of surprise that she kind of expected him to treat her like crap, and he makes him look even more
she
guilty.
looks at you. She looks at you. Well, not only does it happen from time to time, but I promise you, if you ever do it again, the lads will not be missing as they did. Do you know what this means?
I know what this means.
I would like Samuel Spillane to take a self-control roll. And I think you know why.
What's the diff?
Your own ghoul has potentially brought another member of the sect in trouble or in danger. I would say it's a 5.
Yeah, I'll spread a willpower. Didn't need to.
It begins to dim on you that the potential whacking or the attempted whacking of Selena may have had other origins than you had first thought. And this pisses you off. The beast is ragging a bit in your mind, but
Why my holes be fighting, yo?
but you're able to like just make it stay back, like fuck off, like
He beats it into the fucking dirt.
Yeah, it's not like you're ready to flip the table over or anything, but
Yeah.
you
Can't.
can make it. You can make a fairly you can feel a fairly good yank at the chain.
Yeah, he deliberately tries to hide this from her. He does not want to scare her in any way.
Honestly, Spillane. Honestly, honestly, Sam, would you? What the fuck? Some bimbo, some blonde bimbo. You would go on, and she is crying at this point. She is clearly it's she's been keeping it in, and obviously she's known, but it's beginning to come to the surface, and for the sake of the viewers and the other person's ears, she'll begin to scream, yell, and very shout very many Irish profanities at you for some time. We'll skip that part.
He sits there and takes it, and every now and then he wipes away what could have been bloody tears, but if there was, he hides it very well. He is desperately trying to hold himself together. It's kind of disheveled and
Was it?
horrible and guilty.
Aren't you gonna say anything? At least say that she used some of her fucking powers or whatever it is, or that she was such a good lay that you couldn't help yourself. Obviously, this is shouted, which with my sore throat, I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, no, there's no one else in the building, so. Oh, yeah, no, don't shout, don't worry about it. It's just all my fault. I have no one. There's no one to blame.
Fucking right it is.
I'm so sorry. And he repeats that several times.
After a while, as she's calmed down, she won't just look at him. Just it's very rare that I've seen you actually weep. Looks a bit strange with red. But damn you! She curses a bit again. I'm actually starting to believe that you're sorry.
I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. And I promise that to God Almighty or whatever the fuck is out there, I'll never do it again. I swear.
Trust me. One of us will make damn sure that you will not do it again, or if you do it again, it won't be for very long. She looks very stern when she's saying that. As the two begin to become a bit more quiet and begin to have several discussions that I think we can deduce the results of, I believe that this is the moment that we will come to the end of the scene.
Well, for the record, I didn't deduce them. That's right. That's how we're ending this scene. The poor player is left in the dark. Wow. Thank you, ST for STing. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.